Dang. Peace, 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 everyone.
Peace.
We are back again on another Monday night. You know what I'm saying? 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Michael Jordan, the Sirius Alchemist.
8 generals.
Eight
Back at it
generals
again.
back at y'all again on another Monday afternoon. How everybody doing out there tonight? Hope everybody's doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to start it off with the three bangs against the singing bowl. We're gonna let the singing bowl go 3 times, try to get everybody's heart chakra tuned up to the message. So here we go with the first one. All right, last one. All right, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Hope everybody's tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Ready for the message. We got 3 good topics for y'all tonight. First topic, we're gonna talk about the Sirius star system. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always tell people, the Sirius star system is connected to the melanated family around the planet. Because whenever that star would rise, whenever that star would not rise, the Nile would overflow, and food would be abundant. Every fruits would be abundant. Everything would be abundant. You know what I'm saying? So we're truly connected to that star. And when that star would rise, was mostly during the summer solstice and the winter solstice, right? So in the ancients, they would always have festivals,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, feasts, dances, and all kind of stuff commemorating this time because they knew that the abundance was coming
Mm-hmm.
whenever this star would rise. So when that star would rise, we would rise in a way. You know what I'm saying? So we were connected to that star. So we lost a lot of those traditions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with the summer solstice and the winter solstice. So I think we need to get back and revisiting and understanding what those times of the year represent and what they're really all about.
Just basic knowledge of the winter and summer solstice has been, I wouldn't say lost, it's been more pushed out
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
of the significance of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
like even looking back in ancient texts, like the Book of Enki, they had their festivals during the time where it would be our winter and our summer solstice as well. My
Mm-hmm.
question is, I wonder if at that time, that period of time, was it still lined up with the Sirius dog star system, or if it was a different star system? Because you know how they say certain stars or constellations, they rise and they fall. It's like a cycle between them all, kind of like zodiac signs. This zodiac sign is
Mm-hmm.
their whatever is in
Wherever the
tune now.
sun, wherever the
Right,
sun
wherever
is,
their
because
sun
wherever the
is.
sun, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, because the
So
sun goes through all the zodiacs.
so since the stars are always in constant motion,
Mhm.
and
But the Sirius is the brightest star in the heavens, so you
so it
can't.
can be seen, it can be
It could
followed.
be seen. Yeah, it could be seen from anywhere. It's the brightest star out there. So they say when you get out there, it's so black. The only thing you can see is you can't even see your hand. It's so dark out there. And the sun, there ain't no sun out there. They say the only thing you can see is Sirius because it's the brightest star
Mm.
out there. So. That's what I've heard. You know what I mean? So,
Right, especially he ain't been up there exactly. But
yeah. So, but I think we need to get back to recognizing what these cycles represent because it is connected to us as melanated beings. And it may be connected to us again in future cycles to come.
right.
So it may be a good thing for us to start to become familiar with the summer solstice and the winter solstice. We just came out of the summer solstice in June 22nd. And then we have the winter solstice will be coming up in the so-called Christmas time from the 22nd to the 25th when the so-called sun goes on its journey for 3 days and rises on the third day.
So what would happen if we were to, let's say, abandon the current winter and summer solstice that we know of, right? Based off the Sirius dog star system. What if we were to go with a different star system and shape our, because really the winters and summer solstice really it shapes cultures, especially in ancient times. They built their whole civilizations based off of that.
Yeah.
You know, they planted their seeds for gardening during those times. They reaped the benefits at certain times.
Yeah.
You know, they practiced certain medicines and made certain herbs around certain times. So what if we were to change it to a whole different system and follow that one as instead? Would it be as beneficial or as powerful as the Sirius star systems?
It could be depending on how it's aligned, you know, depending on how it's aligned. If it's aligned on universal principles and it's aligned on the right symbology, if it's aligned with the universe correctly, because a lot of times we try to do stuff on our own and a lot of times it'd be ego doing it.
Yeah.
So like you want to make sure you're not doing stuff out of your ego. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure it's aligned with, universal law, you know, certain principles, so that it's more of a thing for the collective instead of for the self. It's something that's going to benefit the collective instead of one person. It's going to benefit a whole bunch of people. So yeah, that's very possible. And what else was we gonna talk about tonight? The next subject, which is one of my favorites, magic. I can do magic.
And honestly, that last question blends into what I'm about to ask right now in terms of magic, because a lot of people practice their magic during the winter and summer solstices as well.
Yeah.
So it changes.
I live magically all year round. I live.
What if you were to incorporate other star systems into your rituals? So you now have, it's not just the winter and summer solstice. There's things you can do throughout your year or whatever you want to call it that line up with not just the Sirius system but other systems. So you're never
yeah. Like you got the Lyran star system where Sekhmet and them come from, them lion type beings come from. Then you got Aldebaran, then you got Andromeda. You got beings coming from all over the omniverse. You know what I'm saying? You got Draconians, reptilians.
There's some beings in the Necronomicon. They said that they came from a star system located in what's called the Great Bear. And I'm not sure if that's. I know you know that they have. Is it Big Dipper and Little Dipper, and then I think there's a I forgot what it's called, but there's a large bear constellation and a smaller one as well. So looking at those star constellations, those systems, those beings, if that's the same greater bear that they're talking about, that constellation, that star system, if that's the same one that they're talking about, they would have structured their magic and their rituals based off of that star system, would they not?
Probably, but probably based on probably. I would assume so,
because they were worshippers of Yig.
I wouldn't say they worship. I wouldn't say they were worshipers. I think a lot of time when them people come and look at that stuff, they assume these people were worshiping these people. But I don't think they were worshiping those things. I think they were paying homage
and respect. Right. That's what I mean.
There's a whole worshiping something and paying homage and respect to something are two different things.
Right.
Because when you worshiping something, you're subservient to it. When you're paying homage and respect to something, you're not subservient to it, but you just respect it for what it is and what it serves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those are two different things. But when we talk about magic, magic is a whole mindset. Like living magically, you know, you got to learn how to live magically and turn everything that happens into a magical situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when you dealing with people like, you know, like read, you know, like when you dealing with people and you trying to and you reading people, you could use magic to bring about whether these people are sincere or whether these people are frauds. You could just throw your magic out there and people don't even know what's going on because when you live a magical lifestyle, you can create and do so many things with your mind. It's amazing. Like the book Psychomancy. Do I got that book around here? This book teaches you. There it is, right there. Grab that book, Ski. It says like Psychomancy. This book teaches you so much stuff you can do with your mind. This book right here, the secret of psychic power control. This book right here, I've got to get that and get that so that people can see it. But Brother Panic turned me on to this book. Let me show you, talk about all the stuff you can do in this book. Thought transmission. This book shows you may send and receive messages across a room, a city, or a continent to anyone, anytime you want. How you may also use this remarkable method to broadcast messages to someone in the presence of others without uttering a sound. How to move objects without touching them. Perhaps the simplest technique of all, this book shows how you may extend your astral arm and move objects without touching them with your physical arm. In this way, you may bring some object or utensil to you across the room, remove barriers from your path while driving, obtain items from shelf without climbing up a ladder, all kind of stuff. This book is amazing. I'm telling you, this book is amazing. If you start reading this book and doing the exercises, that's because there's thousands and thousands of mental exercises in this book. If you start doing these mental exercises in this book, you'll be doing magic. You'll be doing shit you never even thought you could do.
And that's an important thing for people to know too. It's not immediate boom.
No, it's practice. Yeah, exercise. Yeah, for consistency. The next thing you know, oh shit, because you're trying to train your subconscious mind. Whatever your subconscious believe is possible, it will achieve it. You just got to be consistent in trying to teach it that.
Right.
And then once it learns it, it's going to take off and run with it. But this book right here, family, by Frank Rudolph Young, for anybody that's interested and want to go get it, this book is worth, because I done a book review on this book as well. So anybody want to go check the book review out, go check it out. Psychomancy, The Secret of Psychic Power. This book is worth its weight in gold. It also shows you how to materialize objects out of thin air. It also shows you how you can acquire and use X-ray vision. So a lot of this stuff I'm talking about, people say, yeah, right, Mike. Get the book and do these exercises. I guarantee you'll shock yourself. Because your mind can do almost anything that you can get it to believe it can do. It can achieve it. Trust me. This book is full of all kind of exercises, man. The unchallengeable proof of psychic power of hearing. Psychic hearing. How to develop psychic power of vision with the fourth means. The power of psychic power control over matter. I mean, it's endless. The stuff in this book is endless.
Yeah, got a lot in there.
Yeah, it's a lot in here. It's worth its weight if you can find it. It might be out of print. But this book is worth its weight in gold. Because Psychomancy. Brother Panic turned me on to this. But like we were saying, magic. We were just talking about magic, living a magic lifestyle. You got to think magically with everything that happens. Like, shoot, if I go through somewhere and I get an extra piece of chicken or something, or some shrimp, I'm thanking Lakshmi. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, baby. You know what I'm saying? She always looking out. I know she always looking out because that's the feminine energy. That's the power of the feminine energy. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm always calling on Lakshmi when something like, and I ain't talking about just money. I'm talking about, like I said, if I get an extra piece of chicken, if I order some chicken, I get an extra couple pieces in there. That's Lakshmi. It ain't always in monetary ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I went to pay to get my car fixed and then something else got fixed for free in a way, that's Lakshmi.
Right.
So it ain't always in the, monetary terms, but yeah. So learning how to live magically and have a magical mindset is important. And that's what I wanted to talk about tonight is, trying to show people how it's very possible to have a magical mindset. And when you got people that's sending you negative energy, show you how to get them up off you. Show you how to put them in a place and they won't do that shit again, because you can send that shit back. But I'll send a little cherry on top when I send it back. See what I'm saying? So they know better than to come with you with that bullshit. Because, you know what I'm saying, people do try to send negative energy your way. If you think people ain't out here doing that stuff, they are. What we got? A little peace, gods. Powerful stuff, brother Mike. I have the PDF. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Genius Gen 963. Peace, God. Yeah, it is. It is a powerful book, bro. I mean, the shit you could do with this book's amazing. But you know, Magick is so let me ask you, Skill, what do you think about Magick? What do you think?
I feel like it's very real. I know it's very real. You have shown enough where I've seen it's very real. And I feel like the problem with a lot of people is they lack imagination. That's one thing you have to have.
Yeah.
When dealing with magic.
And confidence in yourself.
Right.
And confidence in what you do and confidence in your ritual. Because I did a ritual about a week ago. I went in my shed and did a ritual about a week ago. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I set up my candles and went in there and put on my robe, got in the shower, got cleaned up, went in there and did the ritual. And man, talking about did it work? Man, it worked. I'm telling you, it worked. So you got to have confidence in yourself when you're doing these rituals.
No, definitely.
And you can't have no fear. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing that people have an underlying fear of magic. You got to break that.
And that's why Hollywood. A lot of your magic ain't working.
That's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood's got you afraid of magic. Yep. You may want to try it.
Yep.
With every fiber in your body, but there's something subconsciously that they've instilled that makes you wary of it. You're not fully confident in yourself or in it.
They took everything that was powerful to us and made it evil.
Yeah.
And made it sinister. You know what I'm saying? And they did that so they didn't want you messing with it, looking at it, because they know you'll tear their ass up once you got to figure out how to work it. Because like I always say, knowledge is power, but knowledge applied is power. Knowledge ain't power. You got to apply this knowledge. If you ain't applying it, you ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people that, you know what I'm saying, man is the perfecting agent of God. Man, I'm saying that one more time. Man is the perfecting agent of God. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, ain't nobody coming to save us. Ain't nobody coming down here to save us. Whatever needs to be done down here, we got to do it ourselves.
Yep.
Ain't no magic, ain't no Anunnaki coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't no Jesus coming, ain't none of that coming. What these hands don't get done, don't get done. You know what I'm saying? Period. So, and then the last subject we want to talk about.
I'm glad you said that, because that's
go ahead.
People got to understand too is all these spiritual entities and deities that you may know of or have heard of operate on an entirely different level than this. Their energy. This is physical world.
Yeah.
You have to physically make shit happen here. You know, there's so much you can do mentally, but you got to apply physical to it here.
That's right.
Now, in their level, in their dimensions, energy is free to come and go as it pleases. You can't contain that. But here on physical matter, you gotta take steps to do shit yourself. You know, I'm just glad you said that. No Jesus coming back, no Anunnaki coming back. They're not on this level. They're in a different level of vibration. That's a whole nother.
You Jesus, ballpark. You the Anunnaki, you all that, and then some. What my man say here.
Cartier, what's going on?
You was right. Ski, I hear y'all. Yes, sir. Peace, God. Yeah, man. So yeah, we talking about magic, and you know, we all got some magic in us. We just got to believe in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe that you can do the magic. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe that the magic is in you, and you got to have the confidence to express it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have the confidence to express it.
Be confident doing it all in your house and everything, and then the moment you step outside, you forget all about it because you're not confident in it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're scared to tell people about it because you think they're gonna think it's evil, or you think they're gonna think it's some messed up stuff. You know what I mean? But it's something that's going to transform your life, actually.
So, and even if they don't like what you're saying in that moment. I bet you they're gonna think about it when that conversation is done.
Yeah,
They're not just gonna forget
and then
about
especially a lot of people when they see how I live, they go, "Damn, bro, what you?"
it.
That's when they start trip, So it said the proof is in the pudding. So Magic, yeah, and get some and get some magic books and start reading up on like a good magic book. Do I got that? I ain't got it in here. I ain't got that book in here. It's called the
The
Magician.
Magician. That's
Yeah,
the
by
same one you
Philip
started
Cooper.
anyway.
Yep, same one I started ski on. It's called The Magician by Philip Cooper. Get that book and study that book. You can get it on Amazon too right now. It was out of print, but it's back in print now.
Good.
Get that book. And then last subject we're gonna talk about is reading people's energy. Learning how to read people's energy. Knowing if you're around people that got your best interests in heart, or if you're around people that really trying to, stab you in your back or trying to bring you down on the sneak. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really got your best interests at heart.
Mm-hmm.
So you really got to get your intuition on point and really get those people that don't have your best what's the word I'm looking for? Don't have your best
Interest
at heart. Get them all from around you, because that could bring that could stop your blessings from coming in. That could stop so many things. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got people around you that don't mean you no good, you know what I'm saying? You got to peep that so you can get them from up around you.
But I feel like people innately know who they should be messing with and who they shouldn't.
But sometimes
I think people make a conscious decision to want to be around certain people.
Yeah, but sometimes people can act like they something that they not. And you may not you may not see these people acting.
True.
Like the situation we had, and I don't bring that up tonight, but you know what I'm talking about. So until you face to face with it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
they can play a good game and a good facade.
Exactly.
But I feel like once you're face to face, that's when you know. It's hard to tell between screens, social media,
the social media,
all that. Over the phone is even hard. But because even the phone, everything is filters. If you notice, this world is nothing but layers and layers and layers and layers of filters. Everything is filtered.
Facts.
Your social media screen filtered.
Mm-hmm. So people, it's hard to find genuine people in this world. It's really hard to find genuine people in this world. So really, you got to get your intuition up. You got to start meditating more. You know what I'm saying? Going inside. You know what I'm saying? Start getting your higher self popping. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely need to do that, but I gotta push back on that. It's hard to find genuine people. Mm-hmm. You will attract to you.
Yeah, you attract what you are. That's right.
If you truly want genuine people in your life, they're gonna come to you.
That's right.
You won't have to go out looking and searching. They're gonna come to you.
Right, because I met
what you're attracted.
Yeah, because I met Brother Keperu the other day, and me and him gonna do some stuff together.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he just sent me an ebook that he just did called talking about the Ren, the name, how they changed our names when they came and took over the land because they knew the power was in the name.
Yep.
So they gave us all these John and Steve and Ron and all this crap instead of them powerful, ancient names.
No disrespect to anybody with those names.
Yeah, no disrespect because
it's a European low vibrational name. Mm-hmm. Go give yourself a name, if anything. Because you can give yourself a name and you can choose to be called that for the rest of your life, and that name holds power.
Facts.
So you don't have to conform to whatever name was given to you. The people who may have known you since birth may still want to call you that, but you get to choose what you're called.
That's right. Facts. Yeah. So reading people's energy is very important, families. You know what I'm saying? Because I had some people that was around me and I thought they was straight up, but they was all fronting. All of them. You know what I'm saying? And once I peeped one, I peeped all the rest of them. They all fell like dominoes. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to be aware of people, because everybody out here that got a YouTube channel ain't trying to help nobody.
It's like everybody thinks being a solid stand-up person is something corny now.
Yeah.
Or like it's something
like or being being loyal. Like being loyal is corny. Yeah, no, there ain't nothing wrong with being loyal because that's what I'm looking for.
Before there was money and all of that, there was family and loyalty. That's what existed.
Exactly.
So when money is gone, loyalty is going to be the hottest commodity.
Exactly. And authenticity. People wearing all these fake masks, showing up fake. You know what I'm saying? But they got to come out with the truth at the end. But you got anything else to say on reading people's energy?
Like I said, I feel like people they can feel it.
Mm.
Trust that feeling, because 9 times out of 10, that's your survival instinct telling you they're no good for you. You really, I've encountered it a few times with people that I knew in the past, because I haven't cut them off at this point already. But there's just a feeling you get every time you're around them. You're nervous that something's gonna happen, or if you can't be comfortable in what they say or to believe it, if you get this,
yeah, and then some of them have hidden agendas. You know what I'm saying? Like then they got a hidden agenda, and then when you hear the agenda, you go, "Oh, that was the agenda the whole motherfucking time. That was the agenda the whole time. Get your motherfucking ass away from me." You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the thing like hidden agendas, though. I feel like everybody's got an agenda. It's if it's hidden or not. Because you're not going to be around somebody that has no benefit to you whatsoever. People don't keep non-beneficial people in their space, not unless they see something they can get out of them. So even if the person's not good for you, the benefit you're seeing is, oh, I got company, I feel cool around this person, whatever the case may be. There's a reason you're still sticking around them, and there's a reason they're sticking around you, because you're benefiting them. It goes both ways. Exactly. It's just who's up front with their agenda and who's not. I feel like everybody's got an agenda. Everybody's got an agenda.
And that's why I learned I'm just gonna roll by myself. Not
being loyal is corny.
Facts. Agreed. Facts. Who said that?
That is Genius.
Gene 963. Yeah, these facts. It's not being corny. That's right, man.
Not being loyal is corny.
It's corny, exactly.
That's facts.
And I don't know why the rest of the folks can't get that, man. I don't know why everybody can't get that, man. Everybody out and people don't understand. If you take something and you try to get over on somebody, you're just getting over on yourself. You ain't getting over on nobody. You getting over on yourself trying to get over on somebody else. That's all you're doing. You're just treating yourself messed up. You're getting over on yourself.
I can tell you why people don't get that. Look at the colonizers that came from Europe over to this land. They weren't even loyal. There's a boat of criminals and thieves and killers. Who they loyal? They didn't even loyal to the dang queen at the time. They were sent off. So, of course, the people who I'm putting this in quotes because this is how people understand these people that we're talking about, these founding fathers, excuse my language, but the people who found this country, the people who founded this system, this corrupt system, that's what they should be calling them. The people who founded this corrupt system weren't even loyal to each other.
But they didn't even find this system. They just corrupted it because this system's been around for a long, long time. In Babylonia, in Samaria, and all these ancient, they had the system, but it wasn't corrupt. It was running on integrity, loyalty, and things of that nature.
But look where they came from. They came from a place that doesn't have anything for themselves. They go and take everything. They make alliances with other countries.
So
and
now,
they take that.
What we got to do now, we got to start lining ourselves up with people that think like we think. Start building something for ourselves, and then we can start taking our own stuff back. You know what I mean? But we got to start somewhere. We got to start building something together, man. We can't be running around, can't trust each other and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of us that look like us that ain't like us. That's why I really understand when Kendrick Lamar said they not like us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they look like us, but they not like us. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
Yeah, they look like us. They sound like us.
And I'm not even mad at them. I'm upset that they don't realize that they're under this mind fogging corruption. They don't understand and they don't see that, or they see it and choose not to change it because they're comfortable. That's what I have an issue. I'm not even upset at the fact that they're not like us, or they don't think with the same means of plan of liberating and freeing minds and expanding your energy and your soul. I'm not even upset about that. I'm upset that they don't even realize that they've been corrupted by this system that's in place. You're following the rules.
They probably corrupted. They were probably corrupt anyway.
Maybe, but I feel like people don't come into this world already corrupt. I really don't. I don't think babies are just born.
I don't know about that one, boy. I think some people come in this world corrupt like a mug, come in the world just to do malevolent shit. And some people come in this world to do benevolent stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not
That's
gonna
just
say
my
that they were
thoughts.
born that way. That may have been what they came here to do.
Yeah,
But I
man.
wouldn't say that they came here born with that mindset.
Yeah,
If they were born with that mindset and all the way from birth through 10 years old, they said, I'm gonna just wait until I can go really start fucking some shit up. If that's how they gonna be from birth, then they got a serious problem.
Yeah.
But I do not think babies, when they come into this realm, they're automatically like, okay, I'm gonna come here to do something
But
smooth, beautiful for the people.
But
and
if that's
I'm
part of
here
their
to
soul
destroy.
contract, it's if that's part of their soul contract.
But you think that's it may be part of the soul contract, but you think they come here just off the rip?
Could be. It could be because, like I always say, I always use the battery as an example. You have a negative side and a positive side. Some people got to come in this world negative to do negative shit. Some people got to come in this world to balance the shit so it can balance out.
That is
so
true.
To create whatever it needs to create. Because, like I said, if that positive or that negative side is not working on that car battery, that car is not going to start. So both of those energies got to be balanced for that car to start. So that's the way I see it. But anyway, we're going to run this video of Bobby real quick. See what Bobby got to say about the whole situation. We're going to sit back, see what Bobby got to say. And we're going to come talk about it when he's done.
God of knowledge, what do they tell you in the Bible in Genesis, what they told Adam and Eve not to eat from? The tree of knowledge. Bingo. You got it. See how things are going? You got it. And we must look at this thing in consideration because our people are in deplorable conditions, the worst conditions ever. We've always been in these conditions throughout our history in the hells of America, and we must look at this thing. If you in hell, the religion that governs hell can't be nothing but that of hell. That's common sense.
Right.
You understand how that goes? Now, so what we have is we have religions coming out of Kemet, the set worship. Now, what you also have is this. You have Isis mythology and Osiris mythology that talks about a resurrection, and you have this that talks about a resurrection, but you also have, Dogon talks about a resurrection, but you also have both mythology talking about retribution. And this is the hour that we're on today. This is the key focus of what I'm talking about now. Now, Nomo is supposed to come back. He's supposed to take human form. This is the Dogon part. He's supposed to take human form, and he's supposed to come back, and he's supposed to subdue his evil brother Seth and purify the earth. He's supposed to purify the earth. And that's the same as Jesus Christ coming back. You understand? It's the same stories. You see, what they took out of Egypt, they took stuff, and let me clarify this. The stuff that they took out of Egypt was actually the same stuff that Egypt put down. They just took it out in fragments. And they took out the male side. But they didn't take out the female side. But the male side, unbalanced between male and female, is set. You understand? But we can still trace it back. Yes, when they say Christianity, Judaism, and Islam came out of Kemet, it did. They are right. But one side came out. And this is the imbalance of the world. You see. Now, he's supposed to come back and he's supposed to purify the earth. In Isis says, I am the governor of the god and of the planet Sophis. She's represented as Sophis, that's Sirius. And she said, I will get retribution on the mothers, the haters of mothers and fathers. Now, the haters of mother and fathers, you might disagree with your mother and father, but you don't hate your mother and father, your mother and your father. They're talking about a people that hate their mothers and fathers of human history and human origin. And she also said, I will get retribution on the haters of the woman. And that's sexism. You see, sexism, racism, and classism is all one. One is all. It's the xenophobic attitude or the xenophobic attitude of the fear of. The fear of something different than you. Even the fear of your own species have, which is the woman. Your own mama that has you. You know? So, then we have the Babylonian cult, which was a colony of Kemet, and you see the same fish head, representation of the same type of mythological view, and represented as the same type Nomo fish. Not Nomo. Here, it's talking some other stuff. It's because I got it from another book. Right here, this is Isis, represented as Sophis. Also, Hathor is represented as Sophis also, which you see the cow head and all. So now, the Dogon say that our people are on this planet. When we die, we go to this planet. And one day, our people will come back. And our people will subdue Ogu, or the pale fox, and they will purify the earth. And they will come back with the ancestors of man. You see, the ancestors of man. Now this is the point. Put it on. To let you know what ours is. They have what you call arts. In some mythology, they call them flying arts. They have what you call arts. This is 700 years old, and it says right here, it's a Dogon design of a spaceship, a space capsule. It's also represented as an obelisk too, but it's a spaceship. This is over 700 years old. They can trace it back to. You see. Now, here's a people these are people that knew the heavenly body accurate. They knew this thing to the T. And as a French astronomer said, you need not doubt the Dogon people. They know what they're talking about. Here's a people that knew stuff precisely. Now all of a sudden, this is up in the mythology. You best believe it. You see, you best believe what's going on. Give me another picture. Okay. Just got to peel that off. This is a wheel. Other night, we just found this the other night when we were making these things. He found it in one of the books. This is a wheel in Kemet. And this wheel, in the book, it said this is a type spaceship type thing. And it's a wheel in Kemet. It's made on a stone monument. Right in Kemet. Remember, Elijah Muhammad, and I must pay homage to Elijah Muhammad at this point, because I think sometimes when we get in scholarly debates, we leave out the people that doesn't have PhDs and doesn't have authority on it based upon the white man's perception of authority. You see, the white man got to validate you before our own people believe you. Here's a man with a third grade education, and they say in the 1940s, he went to jail because of some draft dispute, because he didn't go into the service. And they took some blueprints from his briefcase. And the blueprints was of some spaceships. The Nation of Islam teach all the fruit of Islam this story. And they talk about the mothership. And remember Farrakhan back in 89 had that event the Washington Post played in on when he was in D.C. speaking about he met Elijah Muhammad on the spaceship. There's a book by the name of, because we gotta have white people validating all that stuff. There's a book called People of the Web. Validate this same thing. They said that they could believe what he was talking about, because number one, he said he was in New Mexico, and New Mexico is full of UFO mythology about the gods. It's full of UFO mythology about the gods. He said he saw Elijah Muhammad. And so all of a sudden this mothership thing is coming into play. But see, we didn't believe him because he only had a third grade.
We go in it right there. Bobby boy, Bobby be going in. Elijah Muhammad boy was, I got to shout out Elijah Muhammad too, because he cleaned up a lot of black men in the hells of America, black men and women. Took out a lot of women off the street, got a lot of black men off dope, drugs, and shit. So I got to shout out Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that. You know what I mean?
Elijah Muhammad was a bit before my time.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he was, but
really
yeah, he wasn't before my time. I was shoot. I used to watch him and Malcolm. I remember when Malcolm was with Elijah. Malcolm had the whole world scared. They thought Malcolm was the Christ. And everything, the whole world went in motion trying to kill Malcolm. Black man talking to them white folks like that back then in the 60s. It was like, kill this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because Malcolm wasn't giving them no slack.
His speeches, his speeches build something in you that's
Malcolm wasn't giving them no slack.
Malcolm is the epitome of rebellious energy, in my opinion. When I first, because I remember back in school we were studying the different laws and stuff that they made, the First Amendment and Second Amendment and all that stuff. And I watched the film on the Black Panther Party, and of course it got me inspired to learn the laws so I could know how to protect myself as best as I can within their system of the law. And I came across Malcolm X's speech, and I was just I was fixed on it the whole time. And by the time he got done with his speech, I was ready to write.
Malcolm was something.
I was ready to write.
And the way Malcolm died scared the U.S. more than anything, and the British Crown and them over there too, because they said if we get a million niggas that die like that, just stare death in the face and smile, we can't do nothing. That don't fear death, we can't do nothing with them. We can't control them no more. We can't do nothing with them. But see, that's how they get us, because we so scared to die.
Niggas are scared to die.
You know what I'm saying? And death is an illusion anyway. You feel me? And that's right. That's right. Like Genius Gen 963 said, that's that red energy, Mars energy that Malcolm had. Exactly. That's exactly what Malcolm was coming at. That war energy. Malcolm wasn't playing at all. So that's facts right there, God. But yeah, man, Malcolm wasn't no joke, man. So when we all get on the level that Malcolm on, this shit is over. This shit is over.
Like I said, we need more actual people to take action, less speech makers.
Exactly. But that's gonna end our show for tonight, family. We done got through our 3 topics. And like I said, if y'all want some topics y'all want us to talk about, put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We love to talk about whatever y'all want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got some topics y'all want to hear, or y'all think that's not talked about enough, let us know. We'll definitely talk about it.
For those viewing, if you can, I would try to watch that movie Him, because I kind of want to talk about that next week, because there's a lot of deep symbology going on in that movie. I just got to rewatch it again before next week's episode. I mean, the colors that they're using in it, down to the scenery, the headgears, the masks people are wearing. It's a whole lot. It should be classified as a psychological thriller, honestly, rather than a horror, because it's real life.
Psychological warfare.
No, because it's real life. It's real life situations that is going on. Like these people that make it in these music industries, sports entertainment. If this is how these niggas gotta think, that is the sickest, most corrupt thing to be a part of.
Right.
It's to want to become the greatest of all time. If this is how you have to think, watch when you see the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna check
when you see the movie, you'll be like, oh, okay, this explains a lot about how. And a lot of companies, I know companies are pissed off. Those pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that, I know they're pissed with this movie. Pissed.
Okay.
So I definitely recommend you guys go watch it.
I'm definitely gonna go check that out.
And give Marlon Wayans his flowers. He acted his ass off in that movie.
Yeah. You know, Bobby always told us about the movies. He said it's all in the movies. They put everything in the movies. A lot of people be getting entertained, but they be telling you the truth in these movies.
Pay close attention to what the doctor is saying in that movie. Pay close attention to what Marlon Wayans was saying throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
The whole movie.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. All right, family, we're going to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We here every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see y'all next Monday. Appreciate everybody that came in and watched. But like I said, y'all put some stuff down in the chat. Let us know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want us to talk about. Until next time, we'll see y'all next Monday.
Peace.